Good afternoon. Today, we continue the theory series. In today's lecture on the theory of everything, which is TOE in short, we are going to look at Ifa Mathematics, which is also called TOE Mathematics further. Today, we examine the following aspects: TOE Axioms, theory number, and theory algebra. These are some of the structures we discovered in CENProject. In the last lecture, we defined the theory in CENProject as energy. The theory states that energy is everything that really exists. Now, what we are saying here is that if we want to define any element of nature, any aspect of nature, be it human, animals, plants, even fields and disciplines of knowledge, we consider them as a state or form of energy. In simpler terms, we simply mean that any aspect of nature, any element of nature is a state of mind. The theory axioms are 8 fundamental laws or principles in consciousness science, which is the scientific study of consciousness. Let's delve into theory axioms better. So this is the theory. Energy. This is the theory, energy, which is the whole of existence, which is all that exists at the most fundamental level. And energy here is abstract, it's an abstract quantity. Because energy is abstract, we represent it with zero, as we can see here. So this zero here, as I said in the previous lecture, it is universal zero or theory zero. It's different from the zero we are familiar with in mathematics and other fields and disciplines. Let's look at the axioms, the universal laws or principles that underlie the framework called the theory in CENProject. We have the theory axiom. The theory axiom is also called Ifa Axiom. Now, I want us to take note of our usage of this term, axiom. When we are talking about axiom, we use axiom in two ways here. Yeah, we simply mean when we write axiom in this way, that's starting with a capital letter Ifa Axiom or theory axiom. We mean it is the container and fundamental building block of all axioms in all fields and disciplines. Here we are looking at it as a universe of axiom. That is axiom, we write it starting with capital letter, as we can see here. So this one is the universe of axioms. The universe of axioms in all fields and disciplines. All the axioms in existence. So Ifa axiom, it is the universe of axioms in all fields and discipline. So it is the universe of all axioms in existence. Now the elements of this universe, Ifa axiom or TOE axiom, we will represent that in this manner. Ifa axiom. So we represent the universe starting with capital letter A axiom, and the elements we represent with its small letter with lowercase a, as we can see on the board. So the axioms in this universe, they are double infinite. That means they are extremely infinite. There are many, but we can categorize them. You can put them in 8 distinct category or groups. So let's look at the 8 categories of these axioms. So we have the 8 theory axioms. So we start with axiom 0. Axiom 0. Now, this is the first axiom. The first axiom 0. So this one simply states that energy or consciousness energy, which is Cn, is all that really exists at the most fundamental level. That is axiom 0. So all I'm saying is that the whole of existence is energy. Specifically, that energy is CEN, consciousness energy. So that is axiom. So axiom 0. So we call this the base axiom. Base axiom. Now, this is one of the 8 universal principles and laws underlying the TOE in CENProject. It is also one of the key universal principles that underlie the universal system that Yoruba people call the Ifa, which is the ancient theory developed by the polymaths Ifa and Orunmila in the past eras. Then we move on to the next axiom, which is axiom 1. So axiom 1 is simply all about entanglement and symmetry. So the axiom states that all things in existence are connected and balance one another. So that is axiom 1. It is all about entanglement and symmetry. This axiom that we are looking at they are actually the fundamental principles or universal laws that guide the whole of existence. In fact, all the laws, models, theory in all fields and disciplines, these universal laws underlie all of them. They form the core of the TOE. We continue to, so what we are saying here is that this entanglement and symmetry, you can see it in all aspects of nature. We have the core aspect of nature, we have symmetry, duality. Examples are man and woman, positive and negative, good and bad, light and dark, day and night, and so on and so forth. There are infinities of these symmetries in nature. They are reflective of this axiom 1, entanglement and symmetry, saying that all things in nature are connected and balance one another. We have axiom 2 is the next one. Axiom 2 simply states that this axiom 2 is all about CN transformation. So this is Ifa transformation. It's also called Ifa transformation in Ifa Mathematics, or energy transformation. It has other names as well. So it is also called Ifa transformation or energy transformation. We also call it TOE transformation. So this one simply tells us that all elements of nature, everything that exists, whether living or not, are forms or states of energy or consciousness energy. So what we are simply saying is that everything that exists is a state of mind. Yeah, we define mind here simply as energy. Now, the way we have a precise and concise definition of mind. We have a formula for what is called mind. We are going to delve into this better in subsequent lectures. Axiom 3. That is evolution. So this axiom is all about evolution, which is a change. So this axiom tells us that all things in nature, whether living or not, change no matter how long. So I believe everybody is familiar with this fundamental truth. Change is the only thing that is constant in life, which is a maxim credited to the philosopher Heraclitus. Axiom 4 is the next one. So axiom 4 is about superposition. So this axiom is this with what is called the measurement problem in quantum mechanics. Now, this axiom simply tells us that at the fundamental level, any element of nature is energy, and that energy exists in all ways possible, all at once. It exists in everywhere all at once until it is measured, which forces its wave function to collapse and manifest as a specific element of nature which is measured or observed. So I'm going to explain this axiom 4 better. It's a bit complicated because it's in quantum mechanics. So I have to explain what is called superposition in quantum mechanics first. Then also explain some aspects of the field before I delve into this I explained this axiom 4. So let's leave this axiom for now. Then we move on to axiom 5. So axiom 5 is space-time emergence. So this axiom 5 talks about how space-time emerged or evolved from the non-physical dimensions. So the axiom tells us that space-time is emergent. That is, it is not fundamental to nature. It is an emergent property. What do you mean by emergent? It means it evolves. It evolves from an earlier state. So that's what it is opposite of fundamental. If it is fundamental, then it is irreducible. We cannot go beyond it, but we can go beyond space-time. So we say that it is emergent. It is not fundamental. Fundamental in the theory, the only thing that is fundamental is energy or consciousness, which we also call consciousness energy. That is the only thing that is fundamental, and that is all that really exists at the most fundamental level. Everything else is emergent. So that's why we say space-time is emergent. Yeah, Albert Einstein was a scientist that established that space and time form a continuum. That means they are a single fabric, not they are not separate entities. Then we have axiom 6. So axiom 6 is all about universal scaling. It is all about universal scaling. So this one simply tells us that all things in nature have hierarchies. So you can observe this in nature, that all things have hierarchies or rank. There is so we have a lot of examples of hierarchy in nature, like in the family. You have the father, mother, son, and that's the family hierarchical unit. Also, even among animals, you can observe hierarchy. You can see the leader, you can see the followers. So these are things that we observe in all phases of all aspects of life. Even in physics, in every field, you can see this universal scaling, that hierarchy is a key element of nature. So all this, so then we have the last one, axiom 7. So axiom 7 is 10 ordering. So axiom 7 is all about CN ordering and balance. So this one is telling us that how all things in existence. Sorry. This tells us how all things in existence evolved from ordering of energy. So we have the last axiom 7. So this axiom states that all things in existence or in the universes or multiverses, they occur in cycles. So we are the everybody is familiar with this cycle of day and night. That is the cycle that we are all familiar with. We are also familiar with uh, the cycles of birth and death. That when someone is giving birth to when they die, that's another cycle. So we have many other examples of cycles. That we have the seasons in a year, rotation seasons, and there are many other examples as well. So the axiom here, that's what it's talking about, that all things in nature occur in cycle. Now this axiom is a key element of the Ifa sciences. So we have the 8 theory axioms. So these are the 8 categories, in the universe of axioms. These are the 8 categories of the axioms in that universe. So these are within this structure, all the axioms in philosophy, mathematics, computer science, physics, and all other fields and disciplines. Uh, all the axioms in those fields, you find them within this framework called the theory axiom. That means in that universe, you find the energy, the core of any axiom in any field. So this forms the core of our theory in CENProject. So in the next lecture, we're going to look at theory numbers and theory algebra. So these are key mathematical structures we developed in CENProject, forming the core of the theory. So we use the theory axiom, theory number, theory algebra. These are universes of mathematical structure we use to integrate, interconnect, and internetwork all fields and disciplines together in the theory. So we stop at this junction.